Jesse Sellers, BTCM, Board Tender Master Chief. We did a lot of cruising up and down the East Coast, St. John, New Brunswick, which is one of the places that we're going to visit shortly, and down in the Caribbean. One incident happened is the crypto officer, the secret code officer, he committed suicide one morning. He went into the main office, locked the door, and put a .45 to his chest and committed suicide. We spent 2 weeks during the investigation tied up to the docks, which was Liberty about every night, so that worked out pretty well. But from there, when my time was up aboard the USS Keppler, I had picked up Petty Officer 2nd Class, and I had passed the test, was fixing to get rated. But I left before I was rated and went back home. A friend of mine talked me into continuing to attend the reserve meetings, and I automatically picked up my 2nd Class. I continued to attend reserve meetings for quite a while. I made 1st Class Petty Officer, Storekeeper 1st Class. I became, my civilian job at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, was in civil service, and I was working in the steam plant, which is compatible to boiler tender aboard a Navy ship. And so in order to be compatible, I cross-rated from SK1 to BT1 as the E6. And then from then out, the rest of my career, at promotions aboard Camp Lejeune in the boiler plant, I was a 1st Class Petty Officer or Chief Petty Officer in the Navy, so that gave me supervisory experience. So one complemented the other through the career. And I continued in the reserves and picked up E9, Master Chief Boiler Tender, and I was Command Master Chief in the Wilmington District for about 12 years. And then higher tenure, 30 years I had to get out. And so I spent 30 years in the Navy and Naval Reserve. And my civilian civil service career, I retired with 30 years there, and I retired as a GM13, Maintenance and Repair Director for Camp Lejeune. And during the career leading up to retirement in civil service, I became the boiler inspector for Camp Lejeune and Cherry Point. And even though I was attached to Camp Lejeune, when I would perform boiler inspector duties, I was attached to the Naval Facilities Engineering Command out of Norfolk, Virginia. And most of my time as in the Naval Reserve was attached in Charleston, South Carolina to the Shore Intermediate Maintenance Activity, which is SEMA. And a lot of the things we did there were in support of the Vietnam War. I know there was one riverine patrol boat that was damaged, and I think it was going to cost something like $80,000 to put a new engine, refab it in New Orleans. And we went down reserve groups, 2-week periods each month. And within 6 weeks, we moved everything out of the old hull into the new hull and saved the government quite a bit of money. And of that, I got a citation out of that. I was the Command Master Chief for that project. But that's kind of a summary of what I did in the Navy.